Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Clemens back with another banger, man. Alright, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 best gun setups in Call of Duty Cold War. My bad, I was about to say 2K, but obviously this is not 2K, this is Cold War. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys the top 5 best classes or best guns that you can have in Cold War to absolutely destroy. As you can tell, these guns go crazy. I'm level 1000, I've been grinding, got all my guns maxed, and I know exactly which guns are the top 5 best, okay? Now, before we get into this video, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn post notifications on for more bangers like this, man, alright? And let's get right into this video. Let's go. Alright, so now that I'm going to show you guys these classes, I would highly recommend before equipping these classes, you would probably most likely want to max out your gun, because if you put the wrong attachments on it, it's not going to be very good, okay? So all these guns, if you have them maxed out, that's great, but if not, I'd probably work on that. It's pretty easy, just hop in a hardcore game. If you got any double weapon XP tokens, go ahead and equip those, but it's simple as that. And let's get right into this, man. So first, for the first gun we got here, we have the Bullfrog, okay? This gun is known as one of the best guns in Call of Duty Cold War, okay? And I highly recommend using this gun with these setups right here, okay? Look how good these guns look. Obviously, you guys know this HAUER class, so this is my secondary on almost all these classes, so do not worry about what that is. If you do want to figure out what that is, go to my GALLO, which I just uploaded yesterday, or my HAUER class that I uploaded a couple weeks ago, okay? But that's not what we're worried about in this video. We're worried about the guns that are probably the best in Cold War, okay? So first off, obviously the Bullfrog. Gotta go to Gunsmith. For the optic, I decide to have no optic, but you can obviously put an optic on. I highly recommend not putting it on, because I think just a default looks good, okay? So that's why I don't have an optic on, okay? Obviously you can put yours on if you want it. Now for the muzzle, this is where we start getting into stuff that I've equipped it. For the muzzle, we just have the first muzzle right here, the muzzle break 9, okay? This helps with 4% vertical control, which is not very high, but trust me, it is definitely recommended, okay? So go with the muzzle break 9 for the muzzle, okay? On to the barrel. The barrel, I got the 8.1 Liberator, okay? We got 100 plus bullet velocity and minus 25 aiming movement while aim walking movement speed, okay? Do not worry about that. Trust me, this gun is still very fast to walk around with and aim, so do not worry about that. Go with the 8.1 Liberator with this. Alright, now for the body. I put on the steady aim laser because it does not put anything down like this, the grow, I don't know how you say that. This laser sight, it minuses the aim down sight time, so that's why I do not have this one equipped. That's why I just have the basic steady aim laser, because only positive stuff that goes on with this gun, which is the hip fire accuracy, okay? So put on the basic steady aim laser. Onto the underbarrel. The underbarrel, I do have the VDV speed grip, okay? We got 10 plus sprinting move speed and plus 15 horizontal recoil, okay? The movement speed does go down to 6, also the shooting move speed and the aim walking movement speed, but that, do not worry about that, because you can still walk very fast with this gun, okay? It's a very light gun. I think it's SMG, I think. SMG. It's very light to walk around with and aim, so definitely put the VDV speed grip on for the underbarrel. Onto the magazine. I do have the VDV 85 round fast mag, because look how much pros it has to cons. The only cons are aim down sight time, but look how fast the real quickness of max starting ammo capacity, all that stuff is up a lot, okay? The aim down sight time is still very fast, trust me. You do have to experiment with this gun, but trust me, it is still very fast. It's just like if this gun had no attachments on it, it'd be the exact same, okay? So go with the VDV 8 round fast mag for the magazine, okay? Onto the handle, we just go with the basic serpent grip, because it does put up the aim down sight time back up, but it does bring down the sprint to fire time, which we already have got up in the previous attachment. So make sure you put on the serpent wrap for the handle, okay? Onto the stock, I highly recommend just putting on the Duster stock. It does do 5+ speed, but if you look at the bottom, and you see all the this firepower, the speed, and the accuracy. Okay, the only thing that doesn't get rid of anything is a duster stock. Okay, it puts the speed up. Obviously I already have equipped it, but look, I'll show you right here. The speed goes up and it doesn't bring anything down. That's why I highly recommend just equipping it. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but that's what I have it on. Okay, now that is it for the Bullfrog. Alright, and now let's get on to the next weapon. Alright, and on to the second gun here. I do have the XM4. This is the first assault rifle that you can unlock. I do love this gun. This is my first gun that I got gold on. I love this gun. It's so fun to use and easy to kill with. That's why I recommend this as the second. Now, actually, these aren't even in order. This is one of the 5 best guns in Cold War. Okay, on to the attachments. So for the attachments right here, the optic, I just got the mill stop reflex, but you can also put on the microflex LED, which I might do actually. That is just, I like that sight way better than any of those other ones because it's just way smaller and way cleaner. Like this microflex, it's like a bigger thing. It's just, you can't see everything. I just like the microflex LEDs because it's like the ELO sight in Black Ops 3, which I love. Okay, that's why you probably should have the microflex LED on. Okay, so that's the optic for the XM4. The muzzle, I do not have anything equipped because it does not need anything, but if you really want to use something, you could put on, hold on, let me see here. You could either do the suppressor or agency suppressor. It's up to you, but I recommend not putting on a muzzle. But once again, it's up to you. Depends on what kind of game mode you're playing, but I do not have one on mine. Okay, onto the barrel. I have the 13.5 my bad, reinforced heavy, because it puts 100% effective damage range and +4 bullet velocity. Okay, and it only puts down 4% sprint moving speed and -20 aim walking movement speed, but we will get those back up to positive by the end of all these attachments. So that's why I highly recommend the 13.5 reinforced heavy. Okay, so go with this barrel right here. Alright, and onto the body. Once again, I just have the steady aim laser because it doesn't bring anything down on the stats, so that's why I just keep the basic steady aim laser on. Alright, onto the underbarrel. It's just the first thing, the foregrip, because it does have a +15 horizontal control. It doesn't bring anything down. It's simple, easy, and it helps your shooting and aiming. Okay, so that's why I just got the foregrip as underbarrel. Alright, onto the magazine. The magazine is just a 40 round speed mag because obviously when you're using a gun like this, you're going to be out in the open. You're going to want to have more bullets. You're going to want to reload fast. That's why I personally choose the 40 round speed mag. Okay, so go with this right here. It does bring down 20% of the aim down sight speed, but do not worry about that. Just go with it for the magazine. Okay, on to the handle. For the handle, I just got the basic speed tape because once again it did bring up the aim down sight time, which did go down at the start of the attachments, but now it is back up and positive, so it is all good. Okay, so go with the speed tape for the handle. Onto the stock, I just got the basic wire stock, and that is because it's a +10 sprint to fire time. Once again, you are going to be out in the open using this gun, so you are going to want to be able to shoot way faster. Alright, so that's why I personally chose the wire stock as the stock. Okay, so that is all the attachments that I have for this XM4, and let's get right on to the next one. Alright, for the third gun, this is a highly used gun, the MP5. Okay, I personally love this gun. I love this gun since I first started using it. It's one of my favorite guns to use, and that's why it is number 3 in this top 5 list. Okay, I love this gun. It looks nice, it looks good. That's the same thing, but it's just one of my most favorite guns to use. Okay, now for the attachments I have on it, I do not have an optic. That is because I personally like the basic default aim down sight. Alright, that's my favorite. You could put on what could you put on? You could put on the microflex LED. I have used this before. It does kind of help me out, but I personally do like the basic. Okay, so I just have no optic on. For the muzzle, I also don't have any muzzle on because there's no reason, but once again, it does depend on your game mode that you're playing. You can put on whatever you want. Okay, but I highly recommend not having anything on. Okay, on to the barrel. I have the 9.5 task force on. This gives a +6 damage, a +50 effective damage range, and a +75 bullet velocity. That is very good. Okay, there's only a couple cons. Don't worry about that. We will get those up again in these next attachments. It's just the ammo, recoil, and horizontal recoil. So do not worry about that because it will be back up to the starting recoil, okay? Now onto the body. Once again, the steady aim laser, nothing new. Go with that. Hip fire accuracy plus 15. The underbarrel, here we go. We just got back that horizontal recoil control that we lost, okay? That's why I do use the foregrip, because it puts it back up to the default how do I say this, the default recoil, the default horizontal recoil. It did not move, it's the exact same, okay? Onto the magazine. I do have this because in the last attachment it did go down with the ammo, but now it is back up and it's fast, okay? So that's why you need to put on the Salvo 40 round fast mag for the magazine. Onto the handle, the airborne elastic wrap, okay? It puts the aim down sight time way higher up than we need it, okay? So it's even better than the default, okay? So make sure you have this on as the handle. The stock, Raider stock, plus 30 sprint to fire time, plus 10 aim walking movement speed, okay? It only brings down 30 minus hip fire accuracy, but on the laser it does bring it back up, so it does not matter. Okay, so that's what you go with for the stock on the MP5. Okay, that is the MP5 attachments. Alright, and let's get on to the next gun. Alright, on to the fourth gun. I just started using this gun today. Okay, I have been experimenting with it, and these are the best attachments that you can have for the AK-47, okay? I love this gun. A lot of people use this gun. It's a very known gun to be using, and these are the best attachments you can have for it. So for the optic, I don't have any optic on, but you can put one on if you want, like the Microflex LED. That looks pretty good, but I do not have that on. The muzzle, just a suppressor, gets rid of all the muzzle flash concealment. There's no muzzle flash, but once we move down to the barrel, we do have a plus 150 effective damage range. That is very good. That is a lot of damage extra added with just one attachment, okay? The barrel is, you need to have the 18.2 takedown, okay? Now onto the body. I realize we did get rid of the flashlight, but we also got it back, okay? This, I love having this on because it puts a red dot above any opponent, and it's just very easy to find them and shoot them. So that's why I highly recommend the Tiger Team Spotlight as the body. Alright, onto the underbarrel. I got the Bruiser Grip because it's all pros. There's no cons on this. It's plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, and there's no cons about this attachment. That's why I had the Bruiser Grip as the underbarrel. The magazine, it's just the Bakelite 50 round. It puts more ammo, and that's it. It does take a bit to reload, but do not worry about it. It's alright. It's still a very fast reloading gun. So make sure you have the Bakelite 50 round as a magazine. For the handle, I don't have any handle. I don't see the point. There's no need for it. Alright, and on to the last thing with the stock. I chose the wire stock because it's a sprint to fire time and there's no cons. It's all positive stuff. It's just making the gun 10% better than it is with no stock. So that's it. That's all the attachments you need to make your AK-47 the best AK-47 you can have. Alright, now let's get on to the fifth and final gun. Let's go. Alright, on to the fifth and final gun of this video is obviously has to be the Krig 6. This gun is a very goated gun. Okay, I personally love this gun. It's one of my favorite guns to use in Cold War. Alright, and let's show you guys these goated attachments. Alright, so for the optic, like I said, I love the Microflex LED, so of course I gotta equip it. I do not like the basic default, aim on this gun, so I did have to put an optic on it, which obviously had to be the Microflex LED because I love it. It's easy to see everywhere and it's just clean, so that's why I have it on. Right, on to the muzzle. I got the Sitcom Eliminator because it does get rid of the concealment and the vertical recoil. It does affect your horizontal recoil, but obviously horizontal really doesn't matter. It's all about the vertical recoil. Either the gun shoots up That's all I've noticed. I don't really notice much of the horizontal, but whenever I shoot guns that have a bunch of vertical recoil, when you're aiming and shooting, the gun just goes straight up, and I don't like that. So that's why the sitcom limiter is probably the best you can have for the Krig 6 muzzle. Okay, on to the barrel. The barrel, I got the 19.7 Ranger. It's got 100% bullet velocity, and it only takes down 20% aim, walking, movement speed, but we will get that back up. All right, now onto the body. I got the steady aim laser. It's a basic body. Gives plus 20 hip fire accuracy. I love it. It's easy, simple, and it's just all around good. The underbarrel, I do use the bruiser grip because once again, it's all pros, no cons. It's just making the gun 12 times better. Okay, 12% better than the default. All right. Onto the magazine, I got the Salvo 50 round fast mag as a magazine because it's just what I recommend using. It does take down 25% of the aim down sight speed, but do not worry about that. It's gonna come back up. Okay, so go with that as your magazine. The handle, we got the airborne because there we go. It does bring those aim down sight time back up than what it was. Okay, so obviously it did come down, but now we got it back up. So go with that as the handle. Okay, on to the stock. The stock here, we got the Raider stock. Okay, it's plus 30, plus 40, and minus 30 hip fire accuracy. So go with this as your stock for the Krig 6. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoy these guns. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on for more bangers like this, man. I'm trying to get back on my grind. Obviously, I put a video yesterday. Hopefully that gets some more views than it has right now, but obviously perfection takes time. So that's all I got for you guys today. It's IQ Clams, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.